Anyways, I hope everybody's excited for the excavation of Hobbs Barrow. The evacuation of Hobbs Barrow. Is everyone super pumped? Everyone's super pumped for the excavation of Bobby's Barrow. Super pumped. Oh god. I don't know anything about this game, but it's a Wadjet, whatever their name is. We've played a lot of their games. Yeah, Unavowed Backwell peeps. Haven't made a bad game yet. Even Golden, I almost called it Golden Corral. Golden Wake. Golden Wake wasn't bad, but it was kind of mid. But yeah, they haven't made a bad game. I haven't felt like anything they did was bad. Emery's at breakfast at the Golden Corral. But either way, I'm excited for this. I think this is supposed to be spooky because they keep trying to jump scare me every like 30 seconds. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Let me go ahead and hit the old trivia button. Keep hearing Gates of Babylon. Oh no, I don't know what that is. I do know what Everywhere at the End of Time is. Alright, anyways. 3, 2, 1, go. This is it. This reminds me of Sweet Caroline. I hope I can handle the jump scares too. Wait, hold on. If this is a horror game, the first thing you have to try in every horror game is just leaving. Oh, won't let me just leave. Alright. I don't know. It might be. It seems like it might be. It might be more disturbed than scary.
Ah, Miss Bateman. Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time.
Like the art style.
Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see. A bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
This VA sounds new for these guys.
Oh, you mustn't be interested in me nattering on. Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
I was hoping this game was going to start off with this guy eating me.
You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
There's no mouse. I don't. What is it? I can't do anything. Ah, jump scare. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Dearest mother. I hope this letter will reach you.
I feel like I've heard both these VAs, but not from the series. Are these developers?
I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories.
I'll have to look them up later.
What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Their mouths are an upside-down cross.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night.
One of those games that starts off at the end.
As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Leonard Shoulder. Zoom in. As much as possible.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
Wait, hold up. What was that game we played that they kept zooming in on people's face? I don't know, but if anybody thinks of it. There was some game we played during trivia where they just constantly kept zooming in on people's faces. So much so that it was like a meme.
No station master in sight.
That's the achievement I just got.
I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
Left click to walk, interact, access the inventory, top of the screen, left click on the client, right click to examine it, select it, deselect, double click, and exit to teleport directly to it. Game will occasionally autosave, you can save in the menu. Map when available, quick save, quick load, spacebar, interactable hotspots. Understood. Dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in hope of piquing your curiosity. I've read about your expertise in barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Barrow, where most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there's rumor of secrets to be found deep within. I love barrows, but not enough to dedicate my life to studying them. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Barrow and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plow and Furrow Inn, Barrow. Barrow. I shall await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm reading. All you. Barrows. I thought of something when I was reading this, and then I forgot what it was. Oh, I actually have a friend that I'm pretty sure if she knew she could spend her life studying barrows, she probably would. She went to be a geologist in New Zealand. It's everyone's favorite barrows. Bobby's pretty good. Who's the brother? Who's Bobby's brother? Dan Barrows is pretty crazy. That was Dan Barrows. Dear Mrs. Bateman, marvelous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plow and Furrow Inn, Barrow. The inn has fine rooms, which will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to locally as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey. Mysterious person.
I must make my
Edward.
way to the Plow and Furrow Inn.
You meant to say Dan. I thought that said human, because I don't know how to read. Holman.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for the Plow and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and
Bewley.
you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much. What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much
Not
time
since
there
the
these
Barrows
days.
attacked.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Brûlé.
My mother always told me not to walk on railway tracks.
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
The Barrows. She looks suspicious. Superstitious. Alright, everybody. If this is a choices matter game, in the event that choices mean anything, which sometimes they do with this company, are we telling the truth or lying? I say we tell the truth. I think we should be honest. I have nothing to hide. She looks superstitious. Truth. We didn't raise a delinquent. Not yet. Y'all remember Daniel? My mom didn't raise no liar. All right.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow? Oh, I can't say I've heard of it. For what reason?
I wish to excavate it.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an interest in antiquities.
Mm-hmm.
Not much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
Should have listened to her.
That
Got
was
two
odd.
Golden Sun questions in a row. Place just gets completely blasted. That sound, I thought an airplane was coming in. I think it's just the music. I was like, are we about to just get bombed, like, this whole countryside? Rain on umbrella effect. I like the graphics in this. Oh. Alright, I absolutely didn't pay attention to the directions I was given. Oh, this looks like it. An anvil.
Beating raw metal into a fine object is an admirable skill.
I tried GBA. Actually, it's funny because the first thing I thought to do was hold down the button, like in Lord of the Clans.
The bucket is rusty and full of holes.
Everything in Lord of the Clans is one click. Like, you only need one click button. But you have to, like, hold the button to, like, activate things, your menu and stuff. So I developed the habit now of holding and clicking. Also, once again, if you've never played Lord of the Clans, you should. Me too, GBA. Me too.
The plough and furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room.
I walked around the town.
I don't wish to disturb the locals.
What? No, you want to disturb the locals. Look at this door. It's all boarded
The
up.
door has been boarded up. The building looks like a ruin. The cobbler's is closed.
Cobblers. Oh, I was hoping for like a parallax effect, but it's not. Because I wanted to read what that says, even though I know it says shoes.
I can't take the sign, nor do I want to. I can't... The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance.
It's where they burn the bodies.
This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
I'd say Scots. Well, it's a cobbler, so
The blacksmith looks closed.
I'd
The
say
horseshoe is nailed firmly to the wall.
cobblers. Emil. Wait, what was the question? Oh, Golden Sun. Let's say peach cobblers. It's everybody's favorite cobbler.
I should go inside the inn. These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them. The sign is well out of reach.
Cobbler salad? I don't know if I've heard of that. I literally have only ever heard of peach cobbler. My answer is the cobblers from King's Quest V. There's such thing as apple cobbler?
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
Sat on the left for fun, I see. What are you doing out in this
What
weather?
are you doing out in this weather?
Waiting for you, my dear.
I doubt that.
And I've waited long enough. So, Give us a kiss now, won't you?
Do it. She looks straight at the screen. Slap him or humor him? Are we the town tramp? Are we an independent woman that don't need no man? What kind of individual are we? We tell the truth. Really want to humor him. Slap? Alright, we're humoring him.
It's hard to refuse such an elegant offer, but I simply must go and freshen up first. I've had a long journey today.
Of course, lass.
Now would you please let me pass? I'm getting soaked.
Sorry, lass. Sorry. I'll come back to find you later.
We're gonna find him in Hobbs Barrow.
What a buffoon.
Why didn't you kiss him? That's what I was trying to do.
I should speak to the innkeeper about a room. I don't want to take the painting with me.
Why not?
It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
Biblically accurate angels? I was gonna say, didn't I play a game not that long ago that had biblically accurate angels in it? I did. I'm not gonna say what it is though, because that would be spoilers.
A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. A fine exemplar of inebriation.
Was it Rebirth? No. It was not Xeno's Saga either, if that's what Mint is thinking. It was a little while ago. Actually, in completely unrelated things, I saw somebody suggested Slay the Princess and BW's Discord. BB, you should play Slay the Princess, unless you were here when I played it.
A fine exemplar of inebriation. A rather miserable looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself.
Ooh, I'll
I think
play.
It's Three Men's Morris.
Oh.
Good afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass.
I wanted to
Be on your
play.
way.
Charming.
You should. One of my background images, actually on this specific monitor right here, not my other monitor's this name, but this specific monitor is the princess from Slay the Princess. My background.
They are engaged in an intense discussion. They are engaged. Hello, sir.
We are in the middle of a discussion here.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's what I heard.
Hello, miss.
What you want?
I...
Bugger off.
Wow.
A majestic animal, cut down in his prime.
Yeah, wait, why would you need to? An intense discussion, just like camping.
This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this. A colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley.
Alright, let's write this down. I got an achievement for clicking on that.
A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style.
I expected there to be 0 references to any of their other games in this game, but we're checking everything. Yo, BRBEWC. Just kidding.
The painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius.
I'm writing that down too.
A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens.
Biblically accurate angel? Wailing Caverns. I almost went there the other day.
The prices are cheap here. I'm not hungry at the moment. The last orders bell. Savior of many a life. The innkeeper is a serious-looking man. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, I know the man.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
The last order.
Money.
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
What's her name? Teresa Barrows? Can you use handkerchief with self?
I'm not sure they would be interested. I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
Me neither. There's a to-do list. What's the button to see? Oh, there we go. Interesting. Tuberculosis. I see.
This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
Ah.
Will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Room number 2. Let's write that down.
With your luggage.
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
Freshen up.
This shall do nicely. Time to change into something more comfortable.
Ooh, I hope we put on, like, a robot, like a Sentai suit. Oh.
Much better.
Even more elaborate dress? What is this, Alice?
The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age. A jug of water for drinking or washing.
Yeah, but. Yay, but. But's delivery service. Butt pizza.
This may come in handy. I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me.
You'll take the jug, but not the bowl.
An empty bowl has been provided for washing. A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. I've stored my case in there. A box within a box.
A box within a box. At least it's not... King's Quest 3.
Ah, complementary matches. Useful. There's only 1 match left, though.
We gotta save that.
As the only light source in the room, I ought to leave this here.
What do you mean it's the only light source in the room? What about the windows?
A decorative plate depicting a goat.
Beelzebub?
A painting of surprising quality. It
Yeah, that's
portrays
a
a
fly.
rocky outcrop
Baphomet?
overlooking a vast moor. Perhaps a local landmark. A decrepit set of drawers. Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years. I do feel tired after the trip, but my meeting with Mr. Shoulder must take priority. No doubt the mattress is stuffed with itchy straw.
Autosave. Trivia.
A lovely place to warm oneself. The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals. I do not need to use the lavatory. A dreadful smell is emanating from the WC.
WC. Nobody knows what WC stands for.
A curmudgeonly looking old fellow. Hello, sir.
Right?
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you? Bewley's going to dogs.
The water closet. White chlorination. Walter Cronkite. WSC bros. Winning.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business, sir.
Ha! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
Sorry, you're also wrong, GBA. LCC was the only one that was right.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That'd be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I? Man just wants to enjoy his ale in peace.
Dude, sit down next to this guy, order a drink, and ask him where he goes fishing.
I take it you are not enamored with the railway station.
Bewley's gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
We'll see about that.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me.
Aye.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
I'm sure you did, LCC.
A fine exemplar of inebriation. Good day, sir.
Good conversation.
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You ought to be careful asking too many questions round here. Be on your way.
Oh, I don't mean to...
Listen to me, will you? Be on your way.
If I had a fishing pole, these people would talk to me.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Tell the truth.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh,
I've been in a
you're
few of those.
Grave robber.
I am no such thing.
Grave robber.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with this?
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nought about a Hobbs Barrow.
Elder Nurim Necropolis, anyone? I'm not, and then there, I forgot the name of that place.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it. Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass? Haven't you better
Fun.
things to do with your time?
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh, a barrow digger too, were he?
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
Does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital. Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait. Where on earth is he? What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
You went to the wrong town? Was this the drunk guy?
Miss,
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. Looks like you freshened up, but I know I won't be getting that kiss.
You're quite right.
I were a fool for how I carried on. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
What brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
Buy me a drink. Man is a liability. No way, this guy is important. Yo, Chaos, how's it going? I think we should humor them.
One ale, coming right up.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
I'm gonna run out of money. Uh-oh. Is he wearing the cone? The cone of shame? I mean, the cone of enhancement?
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
Anchored. I don't know a cat that doesn't freak out
There we are.
when they
2
get the
pence,
cone.
please.
Thank you. This was the last of my money.
Oh,
but
well.
Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds.
Or will he? This is gonna be a big investment.
Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you. Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
Yes.
Arthur? Mr. Tillett?
Like, it's all about the long-term
For
investment.
heaven's sake, the man is in a drunken stupor.
We're gonna get this guy as drunk as possible. As often as possible.
Mr. Tillett? He's not dead, just very drunk.
I have the
I'd still
solution.
like to hear what he has to say about Mr. Shoulder.
I'm gonna splash him with water.
Oh, what the hell was that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
And he was never seen again. Well, he's dead.
Man is unbelievable.
This guy's my favorite character so far. Him and Sybil. Whatever that. Cyril? Cyril.
It feels like an hour has passed.
Man, where's
Perhaps I
Leonard?
should go in there and check on him.
I think he's dead.
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Taking him so long, he's absolutely dead.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Mr. Tillett,
Oh man, that sounds spooky.
the mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. The mirror is coated. Some excavations are best left to others.
Is this the generator running?
These look modern. I'm surprised. There's no fresh water in there. The jug is empty. It looks like the towel has not been washed in months. It looks like the towel has not been washed in
We're
months.
not allowed in the Wilt Chamberlain. We'll figure out what WC means eventually. We're in Silent Hill. This is Silent Hill 3. Why is there a door over here?
Is Mr. Tillett in there?
Knocko?
Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
At the start of the game is spoiling. Oh my god, a cat. Mr. Tillett turned into a cat.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
Where are you?
The mangy thing is fast asleep.
Mangy.
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven.
Give it a quick bath.
I would rather not get any closer. The smell of urine is nauseating.
Mr. Tillett does sound like a cat name. True.
I can see it's still raining out there. I can't reach the window from down here. The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side. I think I can hear someone moving around.
There's something squishing
Mr.
around.
Tillett? Arthur, are you out there?
I think he drank and ran.
Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside.
Yeah, he
I should
drank and ran.
investigate further.
He totally ran. Stole a beer. Headed on out. Dude, it is Silent Hill.
Excuse me, sir.
One after the alley. Glove.
A single glove is lying in the mud.
I get myself an ale. I spent all my money on Mr. Tillett.
A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing.
When this game come out? 2022?
Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar.
Not that long ago. It's pretty new. Yeah, September 2022. So these voice actors sound familiar, but not from, like, the other Wadjet games.
Someone has wedged the door shut.
Good job with the
Mr.
adventurer.
Tillett. Why would he have done that?
This is the same people that did the Blackwell games and, Unavowed.
Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Agreed.
Who was that old chap I saw outside the alley? He headed eastward. Maybe I could catch up with him and ask him if he saw Mr. Tillett. I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise, the locals would be rolling them into their cellars.
True.
Sturdy-looking barrels, no doubt used to store ale. The post has been embellished with a fine bronze bust of a horse. I could tether a horse here if I had one.
Only I had a horse. Wait, we didn't pick up the board?
Sir?
Oh no.
I don't wish to go knocking door to door.
Or do
A
you?
humble local dwelling. The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Alternately. Oh. What if the inn was no longer there? Let's check on the cobbler. Chaos, who's your favorite cobbler? I mean, what's your favorite cobbler? I still have never heard of anything other than Peach Cobbler. Which I didn't really like. Not a big fan of
Last
Peach.
orders?
Yeah, Cobbler.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for
That was my
tomorrow.
answer. The shoe cobblers from King's Quest V. The shoe cobbler couple that you get the hammer from.
A fine exemplar of inebriation. It's Mr. Stanley Kemp. He has the serious and worn-out facial expression of a man who deals with drunkards on a nightly basis.
How can I help you?
Where is everyone?
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought he were with you.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
And he'll ask for another
Sure.
drink.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep.
A little more time in front of the fire.
A lovely place to warm oneself. The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the... Kenneth will be a...
Go to bed.
Yes, I must get some sleep. I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
He's probably dead in the bathroom.
Spademan,
Yes?
off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Ah, don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
Anybody out there spooked by the rain? Why do they always have rain to make things seem spooky? That's the cat. Oh my god, it is the cat. He just wants to cuddle up in bed. This animation. My cat does this too. Where is my cat? Claire, where'd you go? Less cute. Claude never had a cat. Man, I'd be excited if I was staying at an inn and the cat opened the door and then climbed into my bed.
Such horrid dreams.
Never owned a pet, I see. Sometimes I've been laying down for like a minute or two, then all of a sudden I feel this like thing brushing my hair.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
How'd the cat get in?
As I suspected. I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat. I must say I'm relieved.
What, does she not like cats?
Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett. The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will replace it this evening. That candle didn't last long.
Happy Breath of Fire April, everyone.
Good day, Stanley.
Hope everyone's excited to play their favorite Breath of Fire in April. Or pretty much any Breath of Fire. I'm playing Breath of Fire 4.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
Fire 7. Tell the truth.
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh,
Herbert.
He's a harmless thing. He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing
Love the
him in
little
the
guy.
lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
I forgot to do Breath of Fire. Wait, did I do Breath of Fire April last year? I forgot if I forgot or not. Anyways, I strongly have considered playing Dragon Quarter this year as well as 4. Since 4 is only going to take me like a day to get through, I might play Dragon Quarter just to make up for last year, because I'm pretty sure I forgot to play last year. After Registon gave me a hard time about it for like 2 months leading up to it.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass. I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, It's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Why lie to me about Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
I'm looking through last year to see if I actually did forget in April. This guy is great, Revson. Apparently I played Clock Tower last April. I just played nothing but Clock Tower series stuff last April. I forgot about Breathfire.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
Clock Pro.
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
Good day to you, lass.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition.
Same.
Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Hello.
Hello? Do you know a man named Leonard
I meant to click on.
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
My name is Thomasina, and you are?
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite. What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
This guy's no. I was gonna say the kid's name from Broken Sword. Now I can't even remember the name of Broken Sword.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
I see.
Ta-ra.
These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them. The window box is well out of reach.
Go to the cobblers. First things first. What's at the What is this kid doing?
Hello.
Yes?
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What?
What is the lantern worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lantern thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do.
Blank
at his
squares
age.
for us.
I'll keep
Reminds me of
training. You will all
King's
thank me
Quest.
when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
I believe in this kid, Douglas.
This lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
No, I believe in you. You learn. Keep fighting, kid. Keep fighting.
Do you like living in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Like a giant worm.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
He could join our party. We don't have any fighters so far. And I'm not sure what class this girl is.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Well then.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Gotta be a master swordsman. We need to recruit him to fight the worm. That's a girl. Yeah, the young woman.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty.
Betty, what do you do? What class are you?
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless.
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Good
Bye,
conversation. Are you sure? Let's go to the cobblers.
No one here.
The cobblers aren't here.
I can't take the sign, nor do I want to. The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's. The door has been boarded up. The building looks like a ruin. I don't think anyone is home.
Going through the window.
I can't remove the plaque. A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
I don't know what that is.
A local dwelling. Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
Wish I was a blacksmith.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Yeah, wherever that is.
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out
Night
on the
Chaos.
moors,
Good
lass.
luck with your
Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
own.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work.
Oh
for
wait,
the
good night
blacksmith.
for
Where
an
are you
all nighter.
from, then?
Oh, I
I
don't know how
arrived
to read.
yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you
Yeah,
heard?
my bad, Chaos.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
I missed everything this guy just said because I was trying to process what Chaos said because my brain is working at Mach speeds.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Ew, delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't
My
like
cabbages.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Wish I was a blacksmith. Whoa, the parallax.
Hello. Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I have no money.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings.
Oh, that said Blackwell puddings.
This marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
What kind of church is this? I hope it's not a cult.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. Duplancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Duplancy.
Likewise, pet.
I have met very few people in my life that call everyone something like pet or like sweetheart or pumpkin or whatever. But I feel like it happens all the time in video games. Do you guys know anybody that's like got a pet name for everyone?
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. Duplancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
This lady's the final boss.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
It's a good thing I'm out of money.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. Duplancy.
Dang, there was a grocery store checkout lady that I'm pretty sure had a crush on me that used to always call me something really southern. She had a really southern accent. Can't remember what it was she would call me.
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Father Roach from Final Fantasy.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
Such a jolly man.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
I want to press these plaques, these 3 plaques, so bad.
In memory of George Paxton. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet. In memory of Peter Black. In memory of Barnaby Tillett.
Barnaby Tillett.
In memory of Percival Roach. In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of Millicent Smith. In memory of Henry Crozier.
I was expecting at least one of these to be like a Blackwell reference.
The trusty trowel, the barrow digger's best friend. Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course.
Oh, we're never putting it back.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
That's the lady who wouldn't give me free pudding.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
Oh, the people can't tell that you're sleeping in them.
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Maybe I can steal it.
Those have seen better days. The flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them.
Why not? Why are people in adventure games so picky about what they pick up? Can't more games be like Runaway?
I've no time for such things. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Wait, what?
This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
What?
A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. It's locked.
Okay, I've got a key to my own room.
No, that won't achieve anything useful.
Did you even try? Wait. I heard whistling.
Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
How are you?
Go away!
Oh.
Goodbye.
We have a map.
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Hello, miss. I'm Jane and this is my brother Wally.
Wally?
Lovely to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
Well, that said dying. What?
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Wally doesn't say much.
He's mardy with me 'cause he's bored, miss. He thinks he's too old to play with dolls.
I see.
You're never too old to play with whatever you feel like.
Where are your parents?
They are picking apples from the big tree in our yard. Daddy and I sell them at the market.
That sounds
He
nice.
was trying to convince me
They
to
don't mind
buy
us
some
paying
dolls
just a
earlier.
bit, as long as we don't touch the Ammon's horn.
What? Ammon's horn?
What is the Ammon's horn?
It's over there on that rock.
Do you mean the fossil?
It's the Ammon's horn. Daddy said we should never touch it. It
I'm
will
go-
make the god
I'm gonna touch it.
angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
She's only a child. Wait. We're telling the truth. But I want to go along with the story. Alright, we're truth tellers.
Jane, this is a fossil.
It's a horn.
Your father lied to you.
What's a fossil, miss?
A fossil is an impression of a prehistoric plant or animal embedded in rock and preserved in petrified form. This particular animal was called an ammonite.
I'm confused. It's not a horn?
No, it's the impression of a long-dead sea creature.
Well, I believe my daddy. He doesn't lie to me.
Your father is somewhat correct. For you see, Ammonites were given their name for the Egyptian god Ammon.
See, I told you. It's Ammon's horn. My daddy is always right.
Oh, God.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Jane!
No, miss.
Uh-huh.
I swear.
Are you sure?
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Very sus.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
No?
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No?
Goodbye.
Good conversation. What is that even? Ah, Corv. Corv went back to streaming and then stopped streaming. Don't hurl, man. Don't hurl. Oh, no. What are these graphics? What is this game? Are you okay, man? This game is scary. These graphics.
Very sorry. Oh, the shame.
He's running.
This malaise will not pass.
Mayonnaise will not pass.
The nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
What?
Excuse me?
Got me. I beg you.
I got you, man.
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted. I need something that will provide a cleaner cut.
Oh, he is super dead. Silver necklace?
I don't think it's sharp enough.
He needs our room key.
The key bears no edges sharp enough to pierce the skin.
Paper cuts? I got nothing, man.
I'm not sure they would be interested.
I got paper cuts.
Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. The vicar's spectacles lie broken on the forest floor.
Caught him with it.
Ouch! The broken... Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until I find its owner.
Wait.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work. Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall
Death
do
cures
as you
all.
ask, Father.
Good.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair.
Where do you get these
God
other
bless you. I
glasses?
already feel quite better.
I'm
What's
glad,
that
Father.
mysterious bird
The
up there?
rapid healing
Chipmunk?
properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach.
Did we just
vicar
perform
of
some
St.
sort of
Edmund's
ancient
Church.
ritual?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
What did I just participate in? Who is this guy up here? Is this the genie from King's Quest 6?
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
Father Roach, are you a warlock?
Just ate a rotten berry, that's all.
Uh-huh.
I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see.
Mm-hmm.
They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
You believe him? I'll believe him for now. No one's lied to me yet. Wait.
Are you from Bewley originally?
Only one person's lied.
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
I see.
St. Edmunds is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of His Spirit.
Wonder why they started leaving.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
I gotta pick up this vomit on the ground.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
Liar.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
What if the more we tell people the truth, the more everyone lies to us? And if you lied to everyone, everyone told you the truth?
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
What is this?
I don't wish to look too closely.
I'm gonna pick it up.
I shan't be dragging any of my possessions through that mess.
Not my possession.
I don't wish to give that away. I found this necklace inside the church. Do you know who it belongs to?
Many in our congregation wear such things. I'll announce it at the next service.
Do you mind if I keep hold of it until then?
Not at all.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
He lives at the inn. He's taking me straight to the inn.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
I don't have any money.
I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
What if I wouldn't like?
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite.
What?
Which play?
Richard the Third, second. Richard the Second.
Richard II.
Correct. You are well read,
Uh-huh.
Miss Bateman. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes.
The Bard? Shakespeare was a bard? Song is my jam.
The vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Did you know this year, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics A2 for the Nintendo DS on the now illegal to use Citrus emulator? UFO is gonna land here. I feel like the cat's gonna land here.
Indeed, the moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith?
What god are we talking
Some look
about?
at
The
these
worm?
moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's word
Razor
is
Dingles?
all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
Tell the truth.
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
Abducted by aliens.
He had an accident when I was very young.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain. Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
They really
Good.
do. In all the games, there's a lot of
Annoy the
rain.
nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
Dang.
Mummy is crying. Daddy is sleeping.
He's not moving.
Mummy? Mummy? Daddy, wake up!
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all.
Uh-oh.
But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
That didn't tell us anything.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
He just needed a little bloodletting.
Hello? She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors.
Gypsies.
Keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I
What?
beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
Baskervilles? That sounds
We
familiar.
walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape.
And then?
All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily.
Father Roach summoned up a demon. Left me out to fight it. Devil's Toe? I only know of Ghost Pepper.
Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist.
What?
Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Uh-huh.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret, and the poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely telling her first thing I see
You
her.
better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Game saved. Chicken? Hen.
Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
A sweet little hen, plump and well groomed. A fearsome looking beast. He looks much too unruly to be picked up. Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy. No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned.
He's missing his pants.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
I'm rather fond of this colour. Perhaps Mr. Shoulder and I share similar taste. Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
Are we going inside?
Locked.
We're breaking and entering. Oh my god, he's missing his garments.
A woolen undergarment. A pair of thick woolen trousers. That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
Use
gloves
glove
are a pair.
with glove.
Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Here's what you do. You hang the other glove
Perhaps he's
up
gone
and
for
then
a
leave.
stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
You hang the other glove up so that when he comes back, he's like, freaking out. Really paranoid.
Let's go.
As I say, my child, Mr. Shoulder will make himself known. Do not lose faith.
I'm rather frustrated by this situation.
Now. Things move at a slower pace out here. Something you may not be so accustomed to. Come now, Miss Bateman.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
You can hang up the other glove. It'll freak him out.
As we trudged silently back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be Kenneth.
Kenneth?
My assistant.
I see. Well, Miss Bateman, I really must attend to some other matters. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Much ado about nothing?
Oh dear. I thought that was an easy one. Romeo and Juliet.
Of course.
That I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
I don't know anything about Romeo and Juliet. Outside of World of Warcraft.
Kenneth at the station.
All of my Romeo and Juliet knowledge literally comes from World of Warcraft. And I think they actually say that in the fight. 13 and 14, just like in that episode of Rugrats. Where, his name? Eddie Pickles. What is the main character's name? Anyways, his girlfriend breaks up with him, and he's like 12. Stu? No, the kid. Wait, maybe that is Stu. Tommy's the one. Yeah, Tommy breaks up with his girlfriend.
Where is Kenneth?
Yeah, all grown up.
He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
I didn't watch any of All Grown Up. I just know the memes from the episode where Tommy breaks up with his girlfriend.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett.
Mm-hmm.
Searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke
Yeah, it's
up
all
in
my
bed
fault.
this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
Mm-hmm.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
I don't believe you.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Aye, I don't remember out.
Alright, I looked it up. The series, there's an episode, there's also a video game called All Growed Up. Yeah, All Growed Up is an episode. Literally what Chaos said. Let's see.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not.
He came out the
went
back.
to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
This guy's a genius.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've naught to say 'cause I remember naught.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye,
Stay hydrated.
I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley's station master at your service.
How come you weren't here yesterday?
Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
I haven't seen a train this whole time.
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses.
I don't have any money.
Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
This guy.
Please, this is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
This is me talking about the Nintendo 64.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
New cat?
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No.
I have no money.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
That's great. He's gonna save our life at some point.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take. The blacksmith is toiling away.
Those kids.
Good day.
Yes?
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Sorry, lass.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
I wonder if his kids were the ones with the other fossil. Oh yeah, I forgot about Douglas. Keep practicing, Douglas. I hashtag believe.
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage. I don't think anyone is home.
Douglas is pretty great. I think he's pretty high up on my list. I don't know who my favorite is yet. Still deciding between a few. There's a lot of good characters. A spelling mistake? No, no, no. You must be confused. While he's out here.
Good day. Are you sure you don't know anything about Hobbs Barrow? I would very much like to find it.
No?
Goodbye.
Alright, thanks, Wally.
A humble local dwelling.
Dang. K before H.
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Here, I'll fix it right now. Alright, pretended to fix it. Done. My stuff wasn't in the alleyway.
I must say, last night has rather put me off using these toilets.
I don't think we've seen that question in years. It's been years. Thousands.
Yes?
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow?
Not like a wheelbarrow.
Never mind. Goodbye.
I forgot about wheelbarrows. Still not my favorite barrow, but... Hello.
Must be the postmaster's storeroom. Hello.
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
Mm-hmm.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Why did Hob bury their wheelbarrow? He seems harmless. No, this guy seems literally insane. Like, he's probably murders everyone. He looks like the town, murderer.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting.
Oh yeah, he's
Have
definitely
you
gonna
lived
murder me
there all the
later.
time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood.
Oh man.
Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
This guy's gonna kidnap us and put us in his basement. I can, like, this is... There's so many red flags right here, including the red text. This guy is the villain. He couldn't be more the villain than anyone else we've met so far.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses.
Curses.
When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long
Everyone's
story,
like
but I was
dramatic
to meet him in
pause.
Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank
Reminds
him when
me
I
of
see
the
him for
tragedy.
inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long.
Every time it's like, nah, it was a tragedy. A senseless tragedy. Do you know Hobbs Barrow? No.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills?
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Oh, that was Tom Cruise for a minute. I was like, is that Tom Cruise?
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to.
This guy is insane.
Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
This guy's gonna kidnap us. Like, I can... there's so many things about him. Just scream, gonna put us in his basement. Make us put lotion on our skin.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
Stonebrew cheeses.
This house looks pleasant. A warehouse.
Oh.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
Jump in through the window. Awkward staring.
Royal Mail, Postmaster's Residence. This must be the local post office. Royal Mail. This must be... I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Alright, tell him your package is in there.
No, that's not it. I'm not sure what that would achieve.
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
You're technically right. That you can anytime something where it's like, what's the location of this? If you just answer with the planet Earth. Are you right or are you right?
I can't think of anything else to talk about right now.
Here is a planet. It's like a moon. Artificial city? No, it's like a moon. You go there as a separate like entity, and 13-2. That's why you have to fly there from. I mean, you have to fly a lot of places, but like, it's a moon. It's like a moon. It's an artificial moon. I guess space station might kind of be. I mean, that's not wrong either. It's circular though. It looks more like a moon. Douglas, do you know when the mail comes?
I can't think of anything else to talk. Good day.
Eddie?
Hello, miss.
Humans never went to Cocoon at all.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
13-3. What's that emote?
A fine exemplar of inebriation.
Place was empty like 2 seconds ago.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you.
Good.
So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
Yes.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful! So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard
Which one was
apologise
Friends?
for his absence?
Is that the GBA one?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me.
You play that one? What was the one you just played? Yeah, that's the one you're playing next. Oh, okay.
I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the Barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
So yeah, Save the Homeland. I think I skipped over Save the Homeland. I think the last one I played was the GBA one. And I skipped over Save the Homeland because I remember not liking it. I think that's the one where they took out most of the mechanics. And it was just like, you just had like a farm or something. I don't like, well, I mean, you have a farm and all of that. I just remember it was very different. Not very good. I remember not liking it. So I skipped over it, I think. And went straight to Friends in Mineral Town, the last time I played one. And I want to say the GameCube one is the next on my list. I can't remember, because I'm not playing both versions of the GBA one. I don't remember the order of things. I think GameCube is the next one that was on my list, which I want to say is the one they just remade. And I was watching BB play till they stop. The best version of each game. Didn't you play both of the Game Boy Color ones or something? Oh, really, Beely? Also, how's it going, Kirk Hugh? See.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Second, Kenneth.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time to pay the piper.
Oh, God.
Goodbye.
What does that mean? I have this trowel that is absolutely mine. The silver necklace.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
It's not even mine.
Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
It's not even mine. Stardew Valley. I don't have that game. One drink? Not right now. I gotta keep a clear head.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Game saved. Choice has been made. I'll never be able to return the silver thing to the original owner. Alright, let's get this guy wasted. Let's talk to this guy again. We haven't talked to him in a long time.
Hello? I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Not to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Out.
Ta-ra.
Are you looking at Terraria, Kirk?
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really?
We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Free drink.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
This is how I get kidnapped and end up in his basement.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch.
Why are we standing up?
He built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course.
Newcastle?
Well, that's me. I better
That's
be
a
off.
fictional place
Wait.
from...
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a
From...
good chin wag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
Broken Sword. Broken Sword. That's right.
It's Mr. Stanley Kemp. He has the serious
That-
and worn-out facial...
Oh, we already heard that anyways. Douglas, keep training. Don't give up.
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care. Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our
The
way.
solution to this puzzle is to just keep doing it over and over again until he's like completely wasted.
The rear wheels are powered by coupling rods, would you believe? The boiler had 2 flue tubes. 2! There were nothing like it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Bye.
Curses. I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy. I'm here to excavate Hobbs Barrow, not Hobbs barrels.
Wait, hold up. Aw, dang, I got an achievement.
The bed is comfortable enough. I've too much to do today to waste time sleeping.
But that cat might come back.
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Hobbs barrels. That's the achievement I got.
Bewley is the latest of many additions to the Midland Railway line. Speaking of change, I hear the whole frontage of Derby Station is being rebuilt. Designed by an architect by the name of Tubshaw, if I remember correctly. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Man, my tab is like a
Mr. Long
trillion.
Really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
I switched to water. He thought I was gonna get wasted. I did too.
No one here. I don't think anyone is home. Hello?
Good day.
Father Roach asked me not to discuss that with Mrs. de Plancy.
Ew. Start a pudding tab. Ooh, that's a good idea. Get cake on tab. See, we could end up saving him. I mean, we would make him angry. But there's also the possibility that we end up saving him in the long run. Even though we betrayed his trust. He is a cult leader. I want to know.
Father Roach seems rather under the weather, don't you think?
Father Roach? The man is as fit as a lad half his age. What makes you say that?
I found him in the woods in a state of considerable distress.
Oh my! This is very worrying. I must check on him later.
Well, we just killed her. We just murdered her. Oh, I got Scandalmonger was the name of the achievement.
Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Hobbs what?
Never mind. Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Thank you. None of this is gonna have negative repercussions. No way. Now he knows I can only be trusted.
It's locked.
Doing the Lord's will. Truths only. The vomit's gone. Helmet. Oh. Nightbot missed out. A hole in the ground. Is this Hobbs Barrow?
No desire to go rooting about in there. No doubt home to many a woodland creature.
No, this could be Hobbs Barrow.
I can't see how that will help me.
I can. This could be Hobbs Barrow. He went back for it. Picked up the vomit. Hey, Jane.
Wally took Myrtle.
What?
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Me
Is
too.
Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
Agreed. We should murder him.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me.
Maybe you are Dad's favourite.
What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing.
Oh, he totally would.
Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Oh, I'm
Please
promised to
find
tell
Myrtle first,
everyone
I'll
about
miss
it.
her.
I will. Goodbye.
I'll go
Bye,
find Myrtle for you right now. I can jerk brother. Hey, Douglas, never give up. What the heck, Kirk, you? Aren't you the Bomberman hero? Aren't you the Bomberman hero champion? Wally, where the heck's Myrtle? I will punch you in the face. I'll sick Douglas on you.
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
You deserved it.
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
'Cause she's a little goblin? You don't know what she can be like. Besides,
Jeez.
Myrtle is gone now.
Gone?
I've given her to the fair folk.
Ugh.
That'll teach her.
Who are the fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
Fae
call
folk?
them fair folk round here.
Fae?
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave them a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Goodbye.
You can't stop me.
The road disappears over the...
Yeah, whatever. This is the weirdest map. Might be to the left. The girl with the poster.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is.
Me
or
too.
was.
Am I stuck here? I get that reference.
I'm not sure if these are poisonous or edible.
No, this is a Fae
It looks
thing.
like something has been buried in the middle.
This is a Fae circle. Ah!
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
You.
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame. Miss Bowles looks cross.
MS Bells.
Hello, fairies.
I learned this from Breath of Fire. Tee, she's naked.
Hello. It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom. There she is. There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced
Little bird.
me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
Wow.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear
she keeps looking at us.
Fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Just look at us. Oh,
Hogwash.
hogwash.
Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Alright, there's a bunch of these circles. Well, there's like 2 or 3 of these circles in World of Warcraft also that have weird things happen around them that also taught me about this. What the heck?
This must be Jane's ragdoll.
Worm.
Look at it writhing away.
Worm.
Look at it writhing away. You're coming with me, little fellow.
Oh,
I
just
shall
put it.
name you Kenneth.
Ew. What about this one?
I've already taken one.
What about the rest of them?
I've already taken one. There is something somewhat unsettling about its appearance. Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of. How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
Are we setting up a
At least
fishing
I shall
pole?
not return from Bewley empty-handed.
There's a fairy circle I had to do a quest for recently in World of Warcraft. Well, I say recently, it's probably like 6 months ago. Did we go this way? Whoa.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't
Crow
wish to
doing?
wander aimlessly.
Y'all remember Crow? AKA Crow Boy. Crover. Douglas, I got you a worm.
I don't think anyone really wants to see my worm.
What? Douglas is here to fight the worm.
I'm not sure they would be interested. I don't wish to give that away. I'm not sure they would...
Forgot where the girl is. I think it's over here. Jane, I brought you a worm.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Oh, Kistel, how's it going?
Hide and seek.
What? That's not what we had a deal for. Hide and seek. No, come back.
Come back!
Ah.
It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Same. Time to steal her other dolls.
Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun.
I'm doing great.
They aren't mine to take.
The one time I've taken so many other things and she's like, oh no, I can't take these dolls. No, no, no. I draw the line right here.
I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands.
Good with this trowel though.
The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock. The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil. I can't see how that will help me. Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilized ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece. Hey!
She's showing us the way. I'm telling you, this was Hobbs Barrow this whole time. Nobody listened to me.
Jane?
Uh-oh.
Jane must be hiding in there, the little scamp.
Oh man, I'm I'm about to get Alice in Wonderland.
Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine. Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Only I had a trowel.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand,
Not same.
uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it. Jane!
Oh man.
Jane? Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source.
Match?
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
I'm out of... What? My one match? Hold on. No way, no way, no way. Hold on. Let's back this up.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering...
Kirk, keep
That
trying,
should do
Kirk.
it.
Keep trying, Kirk. Here, hold on. I'll fix this for you right now. Alright, it's fixed.
I can't see a damned thing in here.
Just for you.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait!
What?
Some nerve.
What? No.
Lady, you're blushing.
No, Kirk.
Certainly I'm not. The men look like they've spent many a long day exposed to the harsh moorland weather.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
You say so.
If you say so.
I do. I'm sorry, but it's not safe to walk through here while we're working. By order of Lord Panswick.
Hey, what?
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far
What's this
away,
game about?
But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
I swear this girl, I forgot her name, Thumbelina or something. She, Thomas Santa. Oh my god, Kirk, you. Anyway, she came to this town to study a burrow. This little quaint town in the middle of nowhere to study some burrow. And, the guy that was going to show her the way to the burrow is missing. Leonard Shoulder was the guy that was... Or Barrow, sorry, the Barrow. We're here to study Hobbs Barrow. We were invited by Leonard Shoulder, and he's missing. We don't know where Hobbs Barrow is. And so we're trying to discover the location of Hobbs Barrow. At this point in the story. RQ, this is the third time today that somebody has tried to get me to correct one of the answers in trivia.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Thomasina Bateman,
Why?
that's her name.
You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting.
You're calling the Jeopardy writers.
What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, Who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is
for
no
the
need
winter.
to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
Ah.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Beoley.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Do you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions.
Food for the
What
winter.
you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
Oh.
Intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
I'm to sleep until tomorrow. Hee. We're just gonna leave her there. Nobody knows the answer to the question. Nobody's played Wild Arms 2. Actually, somebody recently in chat yesterday was talking about having played Wild Arms 2. I can't remember who it was, though. Better let me take the candle this time.
The candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. That candle didn't last long. Can I please have a new candle for my room?
I'll go upstairs and replace it this evening.
Can I have one now?
It's not dark yet, Miss Bateman.
Never mind. What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise.
He's insane.
Truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
I'm telling you, there's something with that guy. He's sacrificing something to some ancient god in his basement. This guy's gonna save our life. Just look at him.
Hello.
Good day.
I'm not falling for it again.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
The man is standing right there.
Alright, just go in.
Good day.
Yes?
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Mr. Crozier, might I borrow your lantern?
Sorry, lass. I need it. My eyesight is not what it used to be. The extra light helps me see what I'm hammering.
I understand. Thanks for your time.
We're gonna spend so much time trying to find, like, as part of the game, we're gonna spend so much time trying to find a light that the girl dies. That's the game's narrative.
Hello.
Good day.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor.
Whoa.
For whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmunds. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to.
She didn't vote for him.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Candles? Can't steal candles.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that
hacking
does.
strangers.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah, you're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
I'm getting everybody drunk. Try lighting the worm. Not yet.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Whoa.
Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
Does he stay here? Oh, I got an idea. An idea's a brewing.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt.
There we
I shall
go.
take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Brewing buddy.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot!
I knew it.
That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Oh, he's dead. Alright, time to break into his house. Find all the dead bodies.
He's currently debating the merits of the railway station at the inn. This house looks pleasant.
Alright, but how do I get in?
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory.
Mm-hmm.
A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Mm-hmm. Easy every time. Now I'm just gonna drag this box out.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door. Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London, and I cannot join you in Belay. I've packed your usual equipment and pray you'll find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth. Should have hired Kelvin.
Very frustrating. I wonder what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task.
Nobody noticed. Douglas helped.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it.
Except for Douglas.
But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
It wouldn't hurt anything. I hope there's a light of some sort, like a lantern. Oh, I do have lighting in here.
Wait. Where's my money? It's
What?
not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man. It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside.
Heck.
I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient. Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later.
We don't have
I
to.
must find that barrow and get on with
Leave
the
the silver cross
excavation.
we found.
It's my crate of excavation tools. I don't wish to carry around my heavy excavation tools.
Mm-hmm.
I need paraffin to fuel my lantern.
Where the heck am I gonna find...
I'd rather not go into those.
Where the heck am I gonna find paraffin? Thinking back.
It's Mr. Stanley K. There's nothing else I wish to do.
Ah yes, these two still at it.
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller.
Ah yes, loom.
I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Does anyone remember loom? Let me tell you about loom.
Hello?
Yes?
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches.
Whoa.
Do you think that's true, miss?
Yes?
I think that's very unlikely.
Me too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Good conversation, Douglas. Oh, I remember his name now.
No one here.
Loom.
Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Uh-huh.
Aye. Speak to you later.
I bet he wants a fossil. Wait, I have a way to get the fossil. Wait, where is the fossil? Keep forgetting you can double click to teleport. So close, Nearm. So close.
Splendid. I've managed to
Splendid.
extract it in one piece.
Alright, here's the current goal. Now that trivia's over. I should have just teleported to the village square. We're gonna get the lantern, and we're gonna go straight to the hole, and then I'm gonna save there. And that's where we will pick up next time.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
I don't know where it
Reflect
came
some paraffin
from.
inside. There you are.
Congratulations on winning.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
We got some paraffin. Mr. Crozier got a good deal there. Where is this? Okay. Hee.
My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
Ready for action. But not today.